All right, we're back on the second part of our lesson, and let me get some things out of the way. And we talked about that when you have a run-on sentence, it really means that you have put together two or more independent clauses. It's great. You have found a way to understand and know what an independent clause is. You have a subject and a verb. But now we have to decide, like, what did I do wrong? How can I change it as a fourth grader? How will I know I'm wrong? Well, you might have noticed that you forgot to put a fanboy. You forgot to use a coordinating conjunction. You might have also forgotten to get a comma. You might also, it may include a comma, but guess what? You forgot a coordinating conjunction or a connecting word. The last thing you might have made a mistake is, hey, you know what? You did a great job. You put a comma and you put a fanboy or a coordinating conjunction, but you know what you did wrong? You have way too many independent clauses. All right, so let's see what we can do today. Okay, I'm going to make this back to full screen. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to read each sentence, write C if the sentence is written correctly. If it is a run-on sentence, write the number from above that correctly describes the sentence. So let's try a couple together, then I'm going to let you do it on your own. So I have to write C if it's written correctly. If it's a run-on, I have to choose, is it 1, 2, or 3? What mistake did I make? And then I have to write that number. So let's try a couple of these and see what you think. We tried to catch the mouse. It got away. We tried to catch the mouse. It got away. I want you to ask yourself, what is that? Do you think it's a complete sentence that's correct with a C? Or do I have to put a number that's wrong? Why don't you take a guess and then we'll check it. Pause the recording. Now, number 2, why is it number 2? So it's wrong. And, you know, you could even put an X if that would help you to, you know. Did you notice how it had a comma here? But what did it forget? It forgot a coordinating conjunction, didn't it? There was a comma there, and these can stand on their own. Because if you look at that, we tried to catch the mouse, period. I could do that. Tried is a verb. Who tried? We did is a subject. It got away. Got is a verb. Who got? It did. So those are two independent clauses, but I have a comma, but I missed a fanboy, so it's number 2. Let's try one more, and I'm going to ask you to do the rest on your own, and then we'll check. The student was shy and did not make friends quickly. The student was shy and did not make friends quickly. I asked myself, there is a coordinating conjunction, so these two must be independent clauses. The student was shy. Was shy was the verb. Who was shy? The student. Did not make friends quickly. Did not make. Who did not? Ooh, what's wrong with that one? There's something wrong. Is it? No, because remember, we have a independent clause. And that's fine because I have a coordinating conjunction there. I know these get a little tricky. What I'm going to do is this. I am going to read the rest of these for you. Now, we're not going to check answers till the very end. So you have to be honest because it's not going to help you when you take your quiz on Thursday if you get all these wrong. So just do your best. So do it in pencil. If you make a mistake, correct it in pen. It's not a big deal. If you need to take notes, you can. So what we're looking for is it correct? C. If it's not, was it the mistake number 1, it forgot a fanboy or a comma? Or was it number 2, did it have a comma but it forgot a fanboy? Or does it have a comma and a coordinating conjunction but has too many independent clauses? All right, so let's read these. You're going to pause after each one and figure it out. The joke was funny. Everyone laughed at it. The joke was funny. Everyone laughed at it. Is it complete or is there an error? Pause and mark your answer. Number 4, you should bring an umbrella because it is raining outside. You should bring an umbrella because it is raining outside. Is that a correct, complete sentence, or is there something wrong with it? And which number does it fit? Pause and mark your answer. Number 5, my parents like to exercise. They go hiking with me a lot. My parents like to exercise. They go hiking with me a lot. Pause and mark your answer. Number 6, I have a game and my family plays it with me and it is fun. I have a game and my family plays it with me and it is fun. Is that a complete sentence, C? Or is there an error with that? I think I see an error. Pause and mark your answer. Number 7. There is a rainbow over the field, it is beautiful to see. There is a rainbow over the field, it is beautiful to see. Pause and mark your answer. Number 8. My friend called, but it is late, but we talk on the phone. My friend called, but it is late, but we talk on the phone. Is there something wrong with that, or is that complete? Pause and mark your answer. Number 9. Do you know where I can find a taxi in this neighborhood? Do you know where I can find a taxi in this neighborhood? Pause and mark your answer. Number 10. I did not like the sushi. I did not eat it. I did not like the sushi. I did not eat it. Is there something wrong with that or not? Mark your answer. Pause the recording. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to go back and check all our answers and talk about what's right with those and what's wrong with those. So hopefully you took your time and you were honest. And remember, you're just going to correct with pencil. Just put a line over it. You don't have to make a huge mark. You can just put an X. And what you can do is, Ms. Belsky will use her little arrow here. Really what you can do is just take that X and just cross it off if you're wrong. And then just write the right answer next to it, okay? All right, let's get correcting. And be honest, remember, because otherwise you won't learn, right? All right, so Ms. Belsky better get her eraser. Whoops, there we go. All right, so now let's go back and check our answers. Remember, you're going to be honest about if you make a mistake, you just correct it. So get out your pen and let's correct it. The joke was funny. Everyone laughed at it. The joke was funny. Everyone laughed at it. What do you think that sentence? Do you think that's correct? What do you think? Ooh, number 1, it's missing a coordinating conjunction and a comma. The joke was funny, period. Was funny is the verb. What was funny? The joke. Subject. Everyone laughed at it. Who laughed? Everyone. Yeah, so that should have had a number 1 because it's just missing a fanboy, because those are 2 independent clauses standing alone. All right, number 4. You should bring an umbrella because it is raining outside. You should bring an umbrella because it is raining outside. What do you think? That's correct. Even though it has a subordinating conjunction, you should bring an umbrella. Period. Can stand alone because it is raining outside. Can that stand alone? No, that's a dependent clause, isn't it? Number 5. My parents like to exercise. They go hiking with me a lot. What did you notice that one? My parents like to exercise. Period. That can stand alone. They go hiking with me a lot. Go hiking is a verb. Who goes hiking? They do. Wow, there is a comma. What am I missing? A number 2, which means I'm missing a coordinating conjunction. Yeah. I could have said, and they go hiking with me a lot. Okay. I have a game and my family plays it with me and it is fun. I have a game and my family plays it with me and it is fun. I have a game. That can stand alone. My family plays with me. That can stand alone. It is fun. Oh, that stands alone. Boy, what do I have? 1, 2, coordinating conjunction. That's too many. So it's a number 3. I have too many independent clauses. Did you get that right? All right, number 7. There is a rainbow over the field. It is beautiful to see. There is a rainbow over the field. It is beautiful to see. What did you come up with? Number 1, what are we missing? A fanboy or a comma. Why is that? There is a rainbow over the field. Period. That can stand alone. It is beautiful to see. That can stand alone. So I have 2 independent clauses. Well, I'm really missing a conjunction and a comma. 8. My friend called, but it is late, but we talk on the phone. My friend called. Period. That can stand alone. It is late. That can stand alone because is the verb. What is it? We talk on the phone. Talk is the verb. Who talk? We do. And look at, I have 2 fanboys here. So it's a number 3. Too many independent clauses. I have 3 independent clauses there. Do you know where I can find a taxi in this neighborhood? Do you know where I can find a taxi in this neighborhood? That sounds pretty good. It's correct. That's a great sentence. I did not like the sushi. I did not eat it. Ooh, I have a comma. So then I should ask myself, I did not like the sushi. Yep, that stands alone. I did not eat it. Yeah, that stands alone. Well, if I'm going to use a comma, I need a what? A conjunction, a number 2. I have to have a conjunction. How did you do? Did you do well? All right, let's get ready to do the next page. All right, next thing you're going to want to do is I'm going to grab my pen quick. Son needs a pen to write, doesn't she? All right, here we go. Get this out of the way. A sentence has a subject and predicate. Boy, we've been really good with that, haven't we? A fragment is a group of words that is missing a subject, a predicate, or both. It could be one, it could be both. Finish the thought. It's almost like you're just, things don't feel right, right? To correct a run-on sentence, rewrite it as a separate sentence or combine the sentences correctly. So, just like a clause is a group of words, but we know a clause does have a subject and verb, doesn't it? That's the difference between a clause and a fragment. This one is like, yes, a smiley face. This one would be, the fragment would be like, ugh, yuck, sad face. Check mark. Rewrite the sentence correctly on the line provided. If no change is needed, write no change needed on the line. So what you're going to do is we're going to read the sentence and you're going to see if it makes sense. So if you think it's wrong, I want you to rewrite it. If you think it's correct, just write no change. Here we go. Likes to eat oatmeal and waffles for dinner sometimes. Likes to eat oatmeal and waffles for dinner sometimes. Is that a correct sentence? Well, no, it's not. So Ms. Zabowski is actually going to get her eraser, and she's going to show you right now why it's not. So what we could do instead is write this sentence. He, because what did we forget? We forgot a subject. Likes to eat. Who likes to eat? To eat would be the verb, or just eat. And who likes to eat? We don't even know. So we could have had he, she, they like to eat oatmeal and waffles for dinner. So this one was an incorrect sentence, wasn't it? So go ahead, pause the recording, and then rewrite this sentence, and then we'll continue. All right, now you're going to challenge yourself to do the rest on your own, and then when we're done, we'll go back and correct them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read it, and if you think it's correct, you're going to write no change needed if it's right. If it's not, you need to rewrite it. I am happy about it. I am happy about it. Pause and mark and change it if you need to, or write no change needed. Number 3. They carried the bags, I held the door for them. They carried the bags, I held the door for them. Is it correct? Then write no change needed. If it's not, pause and rewrite it so it is correct. Number 4, my little sister practices hard. My little sister practices hard. If it's correct, say no change needed. If it's not, pause and rewrite. Number 5, to school in the morning when the sun comes up. To school in the morning when the sun comes up. If it's correct, write no change needed. If it's not, pause and fix it. Number 6, Dad was driving the car. I fell asleep in the back seat. Dad was driving the car. I fell asleep in the back seat. If it's correct, write no change needed. If not, rewrite it. Pause the recording. All right, let's go ahead and check our answers here. I am happy about it. What do you think? No change needed. It's correct. It has a predicate and a subject. Am happy is this predicate. I is a subject. They carried the bags. I held the door for them. They carried the bags for them. I held the door. And so I need a conjunction and a comma. And because I have a comma there and I had 2 independent clauses. Okay, last thing. My sister practices hard. No change needed. To school in the morning. We go to school in the morning when the sun comes up. And the last one, I'm hurrying so my recording's going to wear out. My dad was